Hi, I'm Haley, co-founder of Combplex. We are a remote monitoring solution for commercial honeybees. So you might have heard that being a honeybee today is really hard. I like to tell people that it's a great time to be a honeybee scientist because there are all sorts of new pesticide issues, pathogens, parasites, and nutrition problems that beekeepers need to stay abreast of and understand in order to keep their colonies healthy. It's not such a great time to be a honeybee, but it's even harder to be a commercial pollinator. So commercial pollinators are actually the people that truck their bees across the country and they pollinate 1 in 3 bites of food that you have every day. They're pollinating blueberries, melons, almonds, and apples from Florida to Seattle, Maine to Mexico. These bees make this annual journey in the backs of trucks every year. And it's 1/2 of the 2.8 million honeybee colonies in the US that actually undergo this stressful system. So beekeepers have a hard time keeping track of how their colonies are doing. Commercial pollinators often have thousands of colonies that they are managing. How can a beekeeper in North Dakota know what his bees in Washington and California are doing and how he can help them maintain their health throughout the rest of the year? Right now, they can't. Combplex solves this problem. Using temperature sensors in the colony, we can use our hub and a local Wi-Fi hotspot to gather temperature data that relates to the natural homeostatic environment in the honeybee colony. This information is then compressed and transmitted to the cloud where we can analyze it and send it back to beekeepers so they can look at it on the go or at home. As I mentioned, we're particularly interested in commercial beekeepers, specifically those that engage in migratory beekeeping practices. Of that group, there's about 500 beekeepers that have more than 3,000 colonies that they manage. And this group, with their bees, make $675 million in annual revenue. Combplex has 3 planned sources of revenue. First, the sale of our hardware products, both inside and outside of the colony, and an ongoing subscription to the data analysis that we provide. Finally, by using market facilitation between growers and keepers. Beekeepers and growers negotiate every year for the prices that their bees cost to pollinate. Healthier bees are better pollinators. And with Complex's data, beekeepers can price their services accordingly on the competitive agricultural market. Combplex is made up of a diverse group of experts. Nathan's background is in electrical engineering, and he's a current PhD student in computational biology, and I study honeybee behavior also as a PhD student at Cornell. We bring our diverse talents to the problems of pollination and agriculture today. So looking to the future, we have our eyes on a couple big targets. First, in November, we're going to go to the North American Pollinator Protection Campaign meeting in Washington, D.C., and recruit commercial beekeepers to collaborate with us. Using the bees of these commercial beekeepers, we're going to complete our beta test starting next season. Iterating on the things that we learn, we will have our products ready for market for the season of 2019, launching at the National Beekeeping Federation Conference. One of the things that we're most excited about is the potential for honeybee health data to transform the agricultural landscape. Industrial farms can actually be a really hard place for honeybees to live. And having flowers or weeds on the edge of these industrial farms can actually make a huge difference for pollinators of all kinds, not just honeybees. The real-time information that Combplex provides to honeybee keepers allows them to know exactly how that landscape impacts their bees' health. This allows beekeepers to engage with the farmers on behalf of their bees and other pollinators, monetizing these ecological services from the diverse plant community and helping pollination prices match the ecological value of that landscape. Help us help bees and their keepers. Visit beecomplex.com and look for our cool bee science pictures on Instagram. And we're looking for small funds to help our prototyping for the next 6 months before grant writing season. Our secret sauce is duct tape. And excited and talented people to potentially join our team. Thank you.